Hello, so a few people saw and enjoyed my last review, so I thought I might do another one on this guy, the Fuji Fujinon 16-55mm f2.8 RLMWR. I have my notes here, so here's an intro. So I was recently in Mexico and I actually bought this lens for the trip to Mexico, given its versatility. We got 16-55 obviously. So coming from a full frame background, you could say this 16-55 is an equivalent on a full frame as a 24-82.5mm. So that's sort of more useful than the usual 24-70. But I'm always like a little bit conscious from the full frame if I am going to miss the separated backgrounds. So this 2.8 equivalent on a full frame is around about an f4. So, you know, it always is in the back of my mind, like, am I going to miss the background separation? But realistically, that's not what I bought this lens for. It is for the versatility and the way I will use it. It's not gonna give me those like wild, super shallow depth of field shots, nor is it gonna give me those big, like zoomy wildlife ones where you're a street sniper and you can snipe through a crowd and bang, hit a point. It's just sort of, it's big, but I bought it for sort of snapshot photography. So I'm just going to show you some of the pictures that I got from the trip and talk about a little how I used the lens and why I liked it and why I didn't like it, but I liked it the whole time. So so the first two images I'm going to show you are in the same exact spot I took the pictures, and one is at 16mm, one is at 55mm, just showing you the difference in focal length you get with the lens. We were traveling through a town called, I've written it down here, Quiragoa, I think, which I've butchered horribly, and along the street there's loads of street food vendors and they just give out basically pork tacos. The first image is a wide of one of the vendors, and you can just see how much you can obviously see. You've got like loads of foreground, loads of background, and then the next is a sort of detail of the same vendor with his hands super greased up touching all the pork meat, so you can see the difference. Like, he's in the same spot, I'm in the same spot, and you can see that difference of focal length. You do get some background blur when you're in at 55. But I have some few more shots from the town where you can see that. The next is of one of the many dogs that just roam around all of Mexico. Here you can just see the background separation between the dog in the road and obviously the rest of the town. And another one I'm going to pop up now is of a family crossing the street, so you can just see the background separation. It's not massive, but it's still, I think, looks impressive. So the sharpness, the color and the contrast are all excellent, as you can see from the images. It's also very bright in Mexico, and I had no issue with any flare. I think the lens hood is quite good. It's very sturdy, even though it's plastic. The whole lens, in fact, is very well built. It's big and heavy, but very sturdy. And as you can see, my girlfriend's on camera laughing, but the weight of the front element doesn't extend the zoom under regular use. So there's that. I'll stop doing it now. It's very quick to focus, even in continuous AF. We did a lot of driving on the trip in Mexico, so I shot a lot from the car. I will flash up some images now of Mexico and shots from the car. Mexico is an absolutely beautiful country. So it was really cool to be able to like drive through a lot of it just to see how different and amazing it is. The lens did exactly what I wanted on the trip. It just really performed. It basically sat on my camera the whole time. I also took out with me the 35 1.4, but just to go out not knowing what to expect, where we were going to go, this was just like super useful. Like I said, it's not going to give me those super shallow depth of field or the big snipey zooms. It just it was there to give me atmosphere, sharpness, contrast, and that's exactly what it did. You know, I got some images I was really pleased with, and here's a few more now, some cool fun ones. And you can see the variety shots I got, and that's why I really love this lens. I recently got the, over here, the 56 1.2, so maybe I'll do a review of that next, but any comments or questions, I'll do my best to see them and reply, and that is about it from me, and thanks for watching.